Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It's unacceptable, Bradley Walsh drops. Shocking update just a few minutes ago. Broken our hearts. This news must see. Welcome to the chase, Bradley smiled into the camera, dashing in his navy blue suit as the music cued. 4 contestants, 1 chaser, and 30 minutes of trivia glory. Let's meet them. The audience clapped. All was well. But 10 minutes into the show, just as Susan, from Kent, stepped up for her cash build-around, the screen glitched. First, a flash of static, then a bold red screen. Important programming announcement from ITV. The nation held its breath. Bradley's face vanished. The studio disappeared. Viewers were met with a sterile newsreader in a gray suit behind a cold glass desk. Good afternoon. We interrupt your regular programming for a special announcement. Effective immediately, ITV has decided to retire the chase from its regular broadcasting schedule. Silence. Then, chaos. Within minutes, social media was ablaze. The chase axed, "Bring back Bradley." Death wish ITV. Tweets poured in faster than a speed round. What lunatic thought axing the chase was a good idea? Got a death wish or something? No more Bradley at 5 p.m.? You've officially ruined my Nan's routine. This is ITV's worst decision since replacing Ant with a fern. I smell sabotage. Who do I need to talk to? The Prime Minister? Even Piers Morgan chimed in. Axing the chase? That's it. Britain is officially broken. But ITV stayed silent. The damage, however, had only just begun. Inside ITV studios, the mood was no better. Bradley Walsh stormed into the executive suite. His eyes flared with disbelief, his jacket flung over his shoulder. What in the blue blazes is going on? I had Susan from Kent ready to annihilate the beast today. A trembling assistant tried to explain. It's a new strategic direction, Mr. Walsh. The executives want to modernize the brand portfolio. Bradley scowled. So what? So they pull the chase off air like it's last year's socks? In the corner, executive producer Harriet Lang sighed. Brad, it's not personal. They've been testing a new format behind our backs. Something trendier. Trendier? He roared. What is this? Love Island Quiz Edition? Harriet hesitated. Sort of. It's called The Race. Bradley blinked. You've got to be joking! The next day, viewers tuned in reluctantly to ITV at 5 p.m., still in mourning. Instead of Bradley, they were greeted by a neon-lit set, pulsating music, and Roman Kemp wearing a bomber jacket. Welcome to the race, he shouted, bouncing. It's like the chase, but with TikTok challenges, live audience votes, and a treadmill. Contestants didn't answer questions. They danced. They competed in trivia sprints while being sprayed with slime. The chasers had been rebranded as quiz influencers. The beast now went by DJ G Nash. Britain stared in horror. On Reddit, the top thread under Reddit/British TV read, I gave it 5 minutes, then I yeeted the telly into the garden. It didn't take long for the resistance to organize. A Facebook group titled Save the Chase, Bring Back Bradley garnered 800,000 members in 24 hours. Fans from all walks of life, mums, dads, pub teams, pensioners, rally for the quiz show that had become part of their national identity. A protest broke out outside ITV studios in London. Placards read, Hands off Bradley. Stop the race. Start the chase. Got a death wish, ITV? Even celebrities joined in. Judi Dench released a video in a feather boa saying, I won't rest until the chase is returned to its rightful place between tea and supper. Bradley Walsh, meanwhile, found himself a folk hero. Appearing on GMB the next morning, he grinned at Susanna Ray. I was just trying to host a quiz show, he said. Next thing I know, I'm Che Guevara. Inside a quiet studio in Hertfordshire, the original chasers gathered. Paul the Sin Man Cena, Jenny the Vixen Ryan, Mark the Beast Lavitt, Anne, the governess Hegarty, and Dara, the menace Ennis, sat in a circle. "We're not going down without a fight," Anne said firmly. "They want flashy? We'll give them classic." Mark nodded. "Time for a quiz revolution." Jenny pulled out a USB. "I've got every Chase episode since 2009. We leak these and remind the nation what quality telly looks like." Paul raised an eyebrow. "And how do we do that?" Dara smirked. "We go rogue." By Friday evening, whispers of the underground chase started to trend. A secret live stream appeared on YouTube. Hosted from a shadowy, makeshift studio, Bradley stood in front of a painted backdrop, reading questions to 4 contestants sitting on garden chairs. The chaser? The beast, wearing a hoodie and sunglasses. "Welcome," Bradley said with a wink, "to the real chase." Viewers poured in. Over 4 million people tuned into the first live stream. ITV panicked. Legal letters were drafted, cease and desist notices were emailed, but no one could stop it. Fans recorded the streams. Clips went viral. The Guardian ran a headline, "Bradley Walsh becomes people's champion in a quiz show uprising." By the end of the week, ITV was bleeding viewers. The race had sunk to the bottom of the 5 p.m. rating slot, losing to Pointless, Neighbours reruns, and even a pigeon documentary on BBC4. ITV executives were frantic. "We've made a grave error," the head of programming muttered. The next day, during This Morning, Ben Shepherd interrupted a gardening segment with breaking news. "This just in. ITV confirms that The Chase will return to its regular schedule starting Monday at 5 p.m., and yes, Bradley Walsh is back." Ben grinned. "Welcome home, legend." Monday came like Christmas for the nation. Pubs set up watch parties. Families gathered around their TVs like it was a royal wedding. Then the music began. Bradley strolled onto the set. The crowd erupted. "Well, that was a bit of a palaver, wasn't it? You lot had my back, and I'll never forget it." The chasers returned in slow motion, led by Anne in a velvet cape. The camera panned across the audience. Some were crying. One man clutched a picture of Bradley next to a candle. Susan, from Kent, yes, that Susan, was finally brought back to play her round. She got all 8 questions right. "I've been waiting for this moment," she whispered. Bradley smiled. "Let's make it count." The Chase's return ratings shattered records. 10.3 million live viewers, with another 2 million catching up on ITVX. ITV issued a formal apology stating, "We underestimated the emotional connection British viewers have with The Chase. Lesson learned." Roman Kemp tweeted, "No hard feelings. Hosting the race was like dancing on a landmine." Bradley sent him a bottle of whiskey with a note, "Keep the jacket, mate. You've got guts." The underground chase was memorialized in a BBC documentary titled Quiz Mutiny, the Day Britain Fought Back. In the end, order was restored. Bradley kept hosting, the chasers kept chasing, and every 5 p.m. the nation felt whole again. Though the chase was back and Bradley stood proud in his studio spotlight, something had changed. The underground stream had ignited a wildfire that even ITV couldn't entirely control. Fans wanted more, not just of the chase, but of the real chase, the grittier, unscripted, rebellious version that felt like it belonged to the people. Bradley and the Chasers met in the green room the week after ratings hit their all-time high. Mark the Beast Lavitt leaned forward. "We've created a monster, haven't we?" Anne Hegarty nodded. "People want the thrill now. The gloves off, no-frill stuff, not sanitized TV quiz shows." Jenny Ryan added, "They're saying this chase is safe, but that rogue chase, that was alive." Paul Sinha took a sip of his tea. "So what do we do? Give them 2 chases?" Bradley had an idea. A new concept. The Chase After Hours. A once-a-month late-night edition of The Chase, streamed live online. No censors, no rules. Contestants from all walks of life. Public figures, rappers, Scientists, street performers. Filmed in a neon warehouse, lit with drama. Questions 10 times harder. Stakes 10 times higher. The chasers loved it. ITV, not so much. But after a month of negotiation and mounting pressure from advertisers hungry to tap into this younger, rebellious demographic, ITV caved and gave it a green light. The first After Hours episode featured grime artist Stormzy facing off against the Vixen. It broke the internet. But not everyone was happy. Deep within ITV's boardroom, an ambitious executive named Simon Elmsley had been biding his time. The failed experiment with the race had wounded his credibility. He needed redemption. Watching the success of After Hours made his skin crawl. "This isn't The Chase, it's chaos," he sneered during a board meeting.